Exploring C64ing will not be hosted by the gap-toothed idiot. Tonight, it will be hosted by me, Fergal. Tonight, I'll be looking at the Reaper's Dome 64 Alien Edition, starring me, Fergal, as I escape the hive on LV-426 to strike out on my own to pursue my true calling, slam poetry.
That's all very well and good, Fergal, but Book of Genesis viewers really only click on the videos for ejaculation jokes and puns. Do you have any jizz jokes? Any puns? You do poetry, surely you have a few puns in you. Or is the whole concept a bit alien to you? Boom! And we're off! Run the titles! Welcome to Exploring C64ing, everyone. Tonight we are looking at a game released on itch.io in mid-August 2020, and it is clear from the outset that this has been created by a massive fan of the Alien/Aliens franchise, and for that, the Reaper, you may consider me a brother in arms. It was created in the base 64 shoot-'em-up construction kit developed by Sensible Software in 1984, and as such, the gameplay is pretty generic. There's not a lot going on, and there's very little variety from what I have seen in the hours that I've been playing it, but at the same time, it doesn't do anything wrong either. Gameplay-wise, the controls are responsive, and while the whole setup is pretty basic, shoot-'em-up fare, it is very challenging. In large parts, this is due to the rarity of safe areas, which in my mind, is a great thing. It keeps the player on their toes. What do you think, Fergal?
I actually haven't played it. My hands are too big for the joystick, gamepads or keyboard.
Why the fuck did you not play the game if you knew we were going to come on this show?
Sorry, mate. I couldn't hear that.
It's okay, buddy. I didn't say anything.
It looks ace, though.
Yes, it does. And we'll get to the graphics next. First, though, I said I would ask you a question.
Shoot, I'm an open book to the Exploring C64ing viewers. Hey, I love you all.
Okay, I'm sure they'll appreciate that. So, after Aliens, you didn't find work with any of the big movie studios or independent ones. Then you went into pornography for a brief period?
Not much to tell there, really, gap-toothed idiot. I needed the money, and the smut peddlers needed someone who could do what I can do with my little mouth. Swish, 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 swish. Nothing else to it, really. Got the money and got the fuck out of there. I received offers from Japanese pornographers, but to be honest, I wasn't comfortable with what they wanted me to do.
Oh, what was that?
I'd rather not say.
Okay, so we're at this point in your life. It's 2020 and you're happy. So what has brought the happiness?
I found my artistic niche. Slam poetry. I'll spit out a few verses for you if you like.
We'll definitely come back to that. But speaking of spitting, the player adopts the role of the alien in this one and tackles the colonial marines on what convincingly appears to be an already ravaged Hadley's Hope on LV-426. Our only weapon as the alien is our acid spit, which I am almost 100% confident is something that has been imagined for this game and has never appeared in any film or novel. But in all fairness, we need to have something to shoot at the marines with, and spit is a pretty good idea. It's not like you can have your character roam around with a catapult or a super soaker or anything like that.
I am spitting. I find it fitting that omitting things I am transmitting. Acid spitting against your marines, marine pitting themselves against a killing machine. They are quitting when acid hitting their face. My race in this place, this is no arms race, it's a chase. Instead they'll be bled, the red will be spread, their dead shall be shed. In this case there's no trace of victory for a colonial marine. In space, no one can hear you scream. I'm sorry, idiot. Carry on. It just comes over me sometimes.
Well, that was actually quite good.
Thanks, bro. You were saying about the spitting?
Oh, yeah. It is an inventive way of squeezing in the alien as a playable character in a shoot-'em-up by giving it this ability. I'm actually very impressed with this curved thinking. Our objective is simply to accumulate the highest score possible. We get points for killing marines, we get points for destroying sentry guns, and we get points for collecting alien eggs. And something that every game should have, I have no idea why a lot of them don't. Every time you reach 10,000 points, you get an extra life. Good scores will get you onto the leaderboard, and you can brag about it to people on Twitter who really don't care, and nor should they. The graphics of this game are pleasant indeed. Look at how cute this alien is! So cute! We've seen representations of the xenomorph on 8-bit machines before, so we all know that it is easy to fuck them up. But for my money, the Reaper has got this bug bang on. Great work! For something that is on a killing spree, it's adorable. The colonial marines all look cute as well, with their tiny bodies and their huge heads. I love it. Not necessarily in keeping with the sci-fi action horror film, but it's not intended to be. I can't pick out who the characters are. This looks a lot like it would be Vasquez.
The bizarre czars that scar the stars. I just need to know one thing, man, where they are. Hadley's Hope Romanovs, blast off, cut off, stand off, trade off, colonial marines, pantejo jerk-offs. Run because you should, run because you can. Hey Vasquez, anyone ever mistake you for a man? Despair that the air for your care has become rare. Your fanfare of hardware, now threadbare, just hot air. My crimes, tonight's nightmare. Anytime, anywhere.
Ho ho ho! Fergal! Fergal!
Sorry, idiot, I broke your flow.
Don't sweat it, lad, that was ace.
Thank you.
Good job has been done on Hadley's Hope here. It does look deserted at best and destroyed at worst, which is the way it should be. We've got damage all over the backgrounds, exposed wiring, and the secreted resin to firmly hit home that we are in the alien hive. This is a nice touch, even if it is a bit more Jurassic Park than Aliens. I like the little extras like this. Having said all that, having said almost all the things I like about this game, I would imagine that most people are going to get bored with it pretty quickly. I played it for a good long time and found that there was very little variation as the game proceeded. It was all pretty uniform after a short while. I don't think it was designed with long-term gameplay as a desirable factor though. I might be wrong here, but I get the feeling that this is more about enjoying the first few minutes than anything else, and those first few minutes are entertaining. As a side-scrolling shooter, it's pretty standard. It doesn't do anything wrong as such, but there are many games of its ilk that do it a lot better. It's worth looking at for its charm and to indulge in the creativity of somebody who is obviously a huge Aliens fan. One thing that does make this game stand out from a lot of games is the music. The score from Richard Bayless is superb. Really, really good. Oh, Richard Bayless is gonna make you sweat. So Fergal, another question?
I'm sorry, idiot, I have to go now. The last bus leaves in 15 minutes. I don't want to miss it.
Oh, don't go.
I have to.
Okay, well, just one more poem before you go.
Look into my eye. Try to find the time your cry was denied as you hide inside, not breathing, not moving. Terrified in the hive as us creatures pass by. You're still alive, but not breathing, not moving. You secrete a heartbeat into silent retreat. Still alive, not breathing, not moving. Then a noise. You secure that shit, Hudson.
Thank you. Well, thank you very much, Fergal. Safe home. And thank you very much to the Reaper for making Dome-based 64 Aliens editions, which can be downloaded free from itch.io. See the description below for a link to that. And you know what I would like you to do here. Thank you very much for watching. Good night!